everyone, it's Gail here with a little something different today. Excuse me, I wanted to share with you what I do with my drop papers. So before we get into this, I am just going to show you, this is my messy desk. The spot where I work, I have, I don't know, 8 or so pieces of the drop paper in various stages of messiness. I have a gal at my old office that saves these calendars for me, these desk calendars. And so I set them on my desk to just protect it, and the overflow can go on that. I've just been making a bunch of junk journals, so this is a bunch of distress ink. It's the antiquing medium that I use for my covers, all sorts of things. So I have another big batch. I just save them and switch them out kind of as I go. So I have this giant batch of them, and so you can see I clean off my stamps on them. This one I love. The ones that where my grandchildren have been creating in my studio are the best, because I get a little "I love you, Nana" on there, and they really they get it everywhere. So it makes great backdrops for what I'm about to show you in a little drop paper journal. So these are some of the papers I'll be working with. Some of these, as I had little extras of napkins and things, I would go ahead and just collage them on. This is leftover from jelly printing, and as are some of these. This one has a bunch of collage pieces on it. This was from an art class that I taught. A gal brought this really cool stamp. I think it was like a textile stamp or something, and so we played with it with a little paint, and so I kept that. Another note from my grandkids, and then yeah, so this is what I'm working with, and then these become the backgrounds for just some art journaling pages. So I have all this big batch of papers, and I will be cutting them in half. And then this piece of wallpaper, I have a video on how I just layered that up and just made it into a fun painty, layery cover for a journal. So I'll be cutting it down a little bit to fit the journal pages in. So that is going to be my project, and this is the first one I did. I think I'm going to do the other one with several signatures, because really this cover, you can kind of see, is big enough that I could have put another signature in there. So I just did a simple 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and I used baker's twine, nothing fancy. And I did a little video on the travel kit that I took on our recent trip, and at the last minute I stuck this in too, because I knew I would just have the shakes if I didn't have something to create with. So so I brought this along with my little journal, but a couple days I just played in it, and I'll just show you. I had very little to work with. I had some napkins and some little pieces of book page here. This was off of a tissue paper, and I had a pen. And so that was basically it. All the texture you see in the background was already there from the drop paper book. I haven't done anything to this. This was a drop paper that I just doodled around some of the shapes that I had. Again, there's just a drop paper that's ready to create on. And then I did one other page I'll show you. I did this page too. And just used what I had in my little travel kit. So in the studio here, it'll be a lot of fun to create in this, I think. It's a good size. Let's see, it's 11 inches by 8 inches. So, you know, you can fit napkins and various other larger images. I have a lot of women cut out that I want to create with. So I have lots of art journals. One of these days I'll do a little bit of a flip through on some of those, but I've been so into the making of junk journals that I haven't done this side of my creativity too much. But having just completed a couple of journals and working on them nonstop, I just needed to do something else. And so I'm just going to work on getting those other drop papers into a journal, and then I'll just have all kinds of room and space and colors and all to play with. So I think what I'm going to do with this other one is these I just cut in half and then folded in. But I think what I'm going to do with these, let me grab one here, because they're great big. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and fold these in half. And then I think I'll go ahead and cut them down the middle. But I'm going to sew them. Sorry, this is a really bad pair of scissors. Oh my, it must have Mod Podge in it. I'm going to put them back to back because see, there's calendar stuff on that. So I'd have to create a background where if I put them like this, then the background will already be there. And I can either go ahead and glue these together and just make one page out of this, or I can have the option of using the other side. But I think I'd be happier with that. So then I'll just fold it, and I am super imprecise with this because it's just for me. Just for me to play with, and so that will be the size of my signature here going forward. So yeah, and then I'll just keep adding these pages to it. This one is an awesome bunch of layers of paper. We have a piece of washi tape that got stuck in there. This was, I think, from my granddaughter's last journal play. And it gives me a great way to keep their little notes too. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you. I was going to make the book for you, but most of you, I think, know how to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And if you don't, there's plenty of YouTube videos on how to do that. What I wanted to do was just inspire you to keep the papers that you work on, and then be able to do your own art on them. Even though I didn't have much to work with, I'm really happy with these little pages. I think I'll put a word on it probably or something, and this one I feel done with. So even though I had very few supplies, it just came all together, and part of that is the background is already made. You just have to layer up from there. So I hope that gives you an idea. If you have any questions about the process or anything, just give me a little holler in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. And again, thanks for your incredible support on my channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.